Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for watching another video. Today we're going to be comparing the Taurus Gx4 versus the Smith and Wesson CSX. $300 versus $500. Let's see which one you like best. Let us begin by having a look at the iron sight, starting off with the Gx4. So just the blacked out rear, serrated, cut down on glare, squared off U-notch, and in the front, just a white dot, right? These are Glock compatible, and really these are super basic because the reason you want to get one of these is because it's already milled out for a micro red dot. The way it sits though, you're not going to really be able to hook that on anything. Very tiny. You're gonna have problems co-witnessing that sight when you get your sight on there. But that's a look at the iron sights on the Gx4. Moving over to the CSX, I'm gonna tell you right now, that slide color is absolutely gorgeous. So 2 dots in the back, squared off U-notch, serrated again back here, cut down on glare, and just a simple white dot in the front. You do have serrations cut out on the top of the slide to cut down on the glare, because that slide is hypnotizing. Oddly enough, though, not milled out for a red dot. And if you go on the Smith and Wesson website and you try to build one, that option isn't there yet. So, slight advantage to the Gx4 because it is milled out for a red dot, but eventually this will get it. And just tilt this around so you can have a look at those dots in the back. Again, you know, kind of slanted, so you're not going to be able to hook that on anything. But when you get the two together, you know, the better sights are going to be, iron sights are going to be with the Smith. Remember, Gx4, milled out for a red dot, and for $300, that's a steal. Alright, let's put these side by side here. I'm going to match it up like that. Check out the length. Taurus, just a little bit longer in length, overall slide-wise. Right, and when you're looking at them from the top, they look like they're about maybe the same thickness. Maybe the Taurus is a little bit slimmer this way. Maybe just a little bit slimmer. But you can see the difference in the coloring on the slide. Whew. Have a look at it from back here. And yeah, I would give the edge to the Smith being slimmer. If you look at the slide plate area back here as far as thickness. Definitely slimmer looking from that way. Alright, let's have a closer look at the front and rear cocking serrations. Here's a look at the front. Pretty deep. Does not run up to the top. Here's a look at the rear there. Those feel pretty good. There's a look at the beveling here on the side of the slide. Catch it from that angle. Alright, there's a look at the top again. Very blockish. Looks like a Glock slide. You can see the beveling up here in the front on the muzzle. All the way around to the front there. To help reduce the snagging when you're holstering. Right around to that side. Right. No accessory rail up front. Let's have a look at the CSX slide because it is gorgeous. Not just the coloring, but have a look at those front cocking serrations from top to bottom. Nice cutout here. That is what makes it look so slim from that profile right here. Rear cocking serrations. They've also integrated this kind of notch back here that makes it a lot easier for you to dig in and rack that slide on such a shorter slide length. Man, look at that. Back up to the top again. You can see that there's beveling just rounded all the way. All right, there's a look at that front. That's so cool. This beveling right up here. Get you shot this way maybe. Yeah, look at that. That is beautifully done. Beautifully done. No accessory rail as well. All right, let's look at the controls. Very easy. Here's your slide catch release. That's how far it sticks out that way. I'll turn it around this way so you guys can have a look at it like that. Most times you'll see slide catches are very minimal. They do give you enough of a ledge here to feel it. All right, none on this side, just clean on this side. Flip it around so you can see it this way. There's a look at the magazine release. It is swappable to this side. I like that design. Very easy to kick out that magazine. I don't have any problems with that being easy to eject with one hand. Here's a look at the trigger guard. Nice big trigger guard. Small undercut here. A little bit of undercut there. Where is... Hang on, guys. Alright, so here's a quarter. I'm going to try to balance this on here, just to kind of give you a reference for how big the trigger guard is up front. Decent size. Again, there's a look at the undercut in there. Over to the Csx Controls, and very 1911-like. Your slide catch release, not only on this side, but on both sides. You can see how they've cut this aluminum frame, aluminum alloy frame. Alright, here is your ambidextrous safety, very similar to a 1911 on both sides here. Got your skeletonized hammer, serrations in the back, very grippy. And again, very strange that they decided to cut the beaver tail in here for the hammer to rest on. But there's a look at that. So very 1911-like. So you have this safety here, and also bladed safety up front. Typical Smith and Wesson magazine release. You know, just all flat up in here. Very easy to kick up the magazine. Now, here's my problem with this. Right, and we'll talk about this maybe a little bit later when we look at the magazines, but I have the extended magazine in here, and that little rubber band right there is so cheap. We'll have a close look at that later, but it doesn't happen with the 10-rounder, just with the 12-rounder. But point I'm trying to make is I can punch that out no matter what with that magazine release. All right. You can swap it to the other side as well. And as I always do, I forgot to show you the size reference of the trigger guard with the second pistol. So there it is. You can see that quarter fills up the entire trigger guard. So the Gx4 has the larger trigger guard. All right, let's have a look at these grip angles. I love the grip angle on the Gx4. You have a hump back here, replaceable back straps. You can just punch that out, put a new one in there. You can take out the magazine. Show you guys what this texturing looks like on the side panels. Taurus bowl here. Grip texture on the front panel. All the way around to the side. Texture is comfortable. You do have a little pad up here in the front. To me, comfortable in the hand. Because of this hump out here and this cutout, nice support in the web of your hand. That feels great. Nice grip angle. Alright, on the Smith and Wesson website, it says that the CSX has an 18-degree grip angle. Different feel though. It's thicker this way, and it gets a little bit thicker out down toward the bottom. This back strap is replaceable, much like the back straps on the Taurus. You just punch it out, replace it if you want to do it. I think this one feels absolutely fantastic. Here is a closer look at the texturing. And like the Taurus, you have a little bit of texturing on the front strap. Not overly aggressive. Love the way this beaver tail feels in your hand. Again, when shooting shorter pistols with shorter slides, having that support in the web of your hand is so important to control that muzzle flip, that muzzle rise. Feels great in the hand. Feels great. Alright, going to bring these two together so you can see the difference in the grip thickness both this way and this way. And we'll have a look at the grip angle as well. So you can see the Smith on the right definitely is chunkier. And I'm going to turn this sideways here, just so you can see the difference in the grip angle and grip thickness. Here's a look at the Gx4 magazines. You got the 11 rounder here And the 11 rounder +2. Thank you so much to Taurus for not having a mystery to how much you can fit in there. Right, of course, these are kind of a staggered double stack. These are made by Metgar. So decent quality there. And these are fairly inexpensive and really easy to get. Here's a look at the feed lips. If you're wondering what those look like. Yeah, decent stuff. Just a small detail here, but I do like the way Smith and Wesson puts their logo on their magazines. So they got them on the base plate as well as on the side of the magazine. Now here's a look at the 10 rounder. And then there's this guy, the 12 rounder. I don't have a problem with the magazine itself, but this ridiculous rubber band at the bottom of this magazine, I just feel like they rushed this pistol and they couldn't find a better way to make it look better other than having this thing attached to it. Now, as you can see here, with that little rubber band thing not in there, both the 12 and the 10 rounder go flying out of there. But when you put this little cheap rubber band on there, now it gets stuck. And some people are going to find that really irritating because it just does not work well most of the time. But there's a closer look at the Smith and Wesson magazines. I hope they fix this. Ridiculous, really. Alright, let's have a look at the overall weight. Gx4 with the polymer frame and extended magazine coming in at 1 pound, 2.6 ounces. Csx with its extended magazine, 13 rounds, aluminum alloy frame. Overall weight coming in at 1 pound, 3.8 ounces. Alright, let's have a look at the trigger action on the Gx4. Here is the bladed safety right up here. And bam, okay, there it is. There is your take up. From here, boom. All right, here's the reset. Back on it. Very clean, okay? We'll do it 2 more times. Here is the take up. There is the wall. Not a lot of creep here. Here's the reset. Out. Back in. Once more. Take up. Reset. And in. I know. Gx4. Crazy. Alright, Csx cocked and locked, ready to check out this trigger. Gonna drop the safety, and I really hope they fix how cheap that shoe looks. So cheap looking. Anyway, there is a bladed safety in the front. Alright, so not a lot of take up here. Here's the brake. Nice. Slide is gonna cycle. Push that hammer back. Alright, here is the reset. That is not the reset. This is the reset. There you go. And not a lot there. Right back on it. Now, the reason I'm pointing that out is there's a lot of reviews on there where people on the follow-up shot think that's the reset, but it's not, and it's really messing with them. I think this is probably what it is. Again, here is the initial take-up. Not a lot there. Nice clean break here. But as the slide is coming back and recycling the round back into the chamber, hammer goes back. It's a little bit... See, that I would think is the reset. But it's actually here. Okay, we'll do it once more. Slide goes back. All right, reset. Yeah, that's not it. That's it right there. All right, let's weigh these triggers. Gx4, first pull, straight back. I got 5 pounds, 6.5 ounces. All right. All right. Second pull. Hooks in, straight back. 5 pounds, 9 ounces. Oh, will it go higher or lower on the second one? All right, last pull. Hooks in. Oh, went higher. 6 pounds. So I want to say, what do you think? 5.5 to 6 pounds? Not bad, Gx4. First pull, Csx. 5 pounds, 8.5 ounces. All right. Not bad. Okay, second pull. Hooks in. 5 pounds, 7 ounces. Triggers are very similar in its trigger weight. Last pull. Oh, that's a light one. 5 pounds, 1.5 ounces. I would say maybe this is 5 to 5.5 versus the Taurus, a little bit heavier at 5.5 to 6 pounds. Final thoughts on the Taurus Gx4 versus the Smith and Wesson Csx. I'm going to tell you guys right now, when you pick these up, the Smith and Wesson feels like the better made pistol. Maybe it is because it's more expensive at $500, but when I get this in my hand, it feels so good. This beaver tail gives you a lot of support. The way that the slide looks, that sight picture, it just feels really great. Decent trigger. Grip feels fantastic. I love the way this feels. I just feel like I can control this more than the Gx4. However, I will say that there is a $200 difference between the Gx4 and the CSX, and with the Gx4, the grip feels pretty comparable. May not have that beaver tail back there, but I don't know if that's worth $200 to feel that much better. And you do get the cutout here, and you get more round capacity, and the trigger is as good, if not better, than the CSX. So what we're talking about here is a $200 difference for something that I think might feel better. And I don't know if that's worth a $200 difference. That return on investment, I don't think most of us are going to see it. So for me, again, I'm sticking with the Gx4 for the value, better round capacity, great trigger, and is milled out for a red dot. And if you wanted to, you can switch these out for Glock sights. But that's just the way I see it right now. I haven't shot these yet, but I'll tell you what I think after the field test. All right, guys, thank you for watching. I'll catch you in the next video.